Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This video is going to be all of my empties for 2024. I do not save body care, skin care, hair care, big product empties. That doesn't interest me at all. What interests me is the perfume, the nail polish, and the makeup that I finish throughout the year. So those are the items that I collect after my monthly empties or empties videos are posted, and I keep them in a bag. And at the end of the year, this is a little bit late, but at the end of the year, I lay them all out to see what exactly I was able to use up in a year. There's always some give and take from one year to the next. One year I might finish off 3 setting sprays, and the next year there's only 1. But it was definitely a strange year for me as far as project panning. I probably did have more no makeup days than in any other year since project panning. That being said, I still wore makeup a ton, and you know, I wore makeup a ton, but I don't know, I just feel like maybe there's not as many empties this year as usual. I have not laid them all out. I have the bag sitting right over here, but I still have to lay everything out, which I will do in just a second. But that's what this video is going to be about. I hope you guys enjoy watching. I hope you enjoy seeing all of the things I finished throughout the year. I really appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate your support in the year 2024 and continuing to receive your support in 2025. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. I would have zero interest in any of this if it wasn't for your support. So I really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into what I finished in the year of 2024. Okay, we are gonna kick this off with perfumes. These are all of the perfumes that I finished in 2024. I managed to finish 8 little perfume samples that were all things that had been gifts with purchase or declutters from my friend Jamie that she didn't want. Feels really good to have these out of my collection. I do have a couple more that I finished off in January, but I can confirm that I have used up all of the samples that I've been collecting over many years. I think at one point I was in the high 60s or the low 70s. I've had a lot of these in the past, and aside from a sampler pack that I purchased recently from Kayali, I do not have any tiny perfume samples anymore, and I'm super happy about that. I did also finish 2 deluxe samples. This is Stella McCartney's Pop. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a nice scent, kind of a spring summer scent. And I finished Liz Sport. I've had this for years and years and years. The lettering is basically rubbed off. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I'm not gonna give it much of a thought now that it's gone. I did also finish this body spray from Victoria's Secret in the scent Secret Crush. I have since put in some body spray from a different product when the bottle wasn't working any longer. So that is not the original product to this bottle, which kind of drives me crazy because I wish this bottle was empty for this video, but this sprayer still works really well, and the other sprayer seems to be broken. So I dumped the contents into this bottle, but this was an empty in 2024, so that's why it's in this. So that's why we're talking about it. I have a lot of perfumes, but there are certain categories I would like to completely eliminate from my perfume collection. Other things I don't mind so much, but the 2 areas I've been really focusing on over the last few years are these little samples as well as the body sprays. So I'm really happy to have a couple of them out of my collection, and you know, those are things I don't plan to repurchase. So once they're gone, and that's great. So that's it for my perfume empties for 2024. Next up is my only little nail polish empty. I only finished 1 bottle in all of 2024, I believe. Yeah, base coat. This is a base coat. I didn't purchase any of these Nail RX polishes. These were handed down to me by my mother-in-law. The polish themselves are pretty good quality. I don't mind them, but the brushes on these wands splay almost immediately. So I tend to dump the contents into other bottles that I have sitting around and use them that way because I can't deal with a splayed brush. I've really been struggling with painting my nails basically since COVID. Prior to COVID, my mother-in-law lived with us. She did the dishes. I could keep my manicures nice and sharp for days and days and days because I wasn't doing dishes. And then right at the beginning of COVID, she passed away. And now I'm back to doing my own dishes, which is fine, but I'm not as motivated to paint my nails as I used to be. Plus, I've just been busy with the mom life. And so yeah, I'm just not painting my nails nearly as consistently as I used to. It wasn't uncommon for me to have, you know, a base coat, a top coat, and maybe 4 color polishes finished off in a year prior to COVID. But now I'm happy if I could have 1, maybe 2 nail polish empties in a year. So things have definitely slowed down as far as manicures and nail polish empties. Okay, and here are all of my makeup empties for 2024. This certainly doesn't seem to be a world record for me, but all of these empties that I'm looking at, I'm really proud of. I am really proud of all of these empties. Some of them were certainly easier than others, but some of these empties I had been working on for years and years and years, and 2024 was the year it finally happened. Some of these products are very, very old, and it's great to get them out of my collection. And yeah, it's a small but mighty collection of empties, and I'm really happy to have them all laid out and to look at them one last time. Some of them I kind of forgot about. So as I was laying them out, I was kind of reminiscing over the fact that I did finish them in 2024 and not like maybe 2023, because some of them I finished so very long ago that it feels like it couldn't have possibly been in 2024, but obviously it was, because these are my 2024 empties. So let's quickly go over them. I finished one primer. This is the Becca Backlight. First Light priming filter. I absolutely love this so much. I was recently lamenting again about how sad I am that, you know, that's not for sale anymore. It's the kind of product I would absolutely repurchase if it was still available, but if you have any good dupes out there for this product, let me know. I also finished this e.l.f. color corrector stick. This wasn't a good shade for me, so I don't mind that that's gone. I have other color correctors that are much better shade matches for me and that I prefer over that one. I finished this tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. Sorry, we're not focusing very well. This was so light that it was almost too light, and I prefer a light coverage foundation, but that was really more moisturizer than foundation, so not something I'd be interested in purchasing down the road. This was my Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. This was a beast. It lasted a very long time, but it is one of my favorite all-time setting powders, especially for my under eyes, and I would love to repurchase that again down the road. But first I need to kind of see what I have in my collection and what I can make do and use up first, because I have a lot of powders. They might not be as good as Laura Mercier, but I do have a lot of powders. I also finished this Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in 2024. This was in the shade Peach Satin. It took me over 3 years to finish this. This was, whew, so much work. It was a very pigmented blush, so a little bit went a long way, and it was just never ending. It just kept going and going. So I'm really excited to have that gone. I have way too many cream blushes in my collection, and you know, finishing one is just a drop in the bucket, but it's something. This was a little palette from e.l.f. It was called a shimmer palette. It was basically cream highlighters in different shades. I really like this. I thought this was a really good product. I don't think e.l.f. still makes it anymore, but I think I paid like $6 for it, and it lasted I think over a year. So it was a really good value, and I thought they were really good. These are all of my lip products for the year. I would say this is pretty typical for me. What I am happy about is that 3 of these products came from my lip gloss inventory, and between 23 and 24, that inventory didn't go down at all. So I'm very happy that I have 3 lip glosses leaving my collection. But first of all, I have this Almay Pure Stick. I believe this was in my lip balm inventory. I loved this. This went by so fast, but I really loved it. I thought it was really good. And I seriously doubt Almay still makes that, so I'm not gonna think about it too much, but I really enjoyed panning it. This was a Lancome Juicy Shaker. I don't think they sell those anymore. This is my all-time favorite lip gloss in the entire world. This is Laura Mercier. It is in the shade Opal. I have too many lip glosses to even think about purchasing this, but if I could only purchase one lip gloss ever again, it would probably be that, or maybe in a different shade. That's the only shade I've ever tried, but I really enjoyed it. This was a gift with purchase and I loved it. This is ColourPop's Curvy. Very satisfying empty. Some people suggested I was gonna fly through this lip gloss. I did not. Took me longer than I thought it would. Everything takes me longer than I think it will. Wasn't crazy about this lip gloss. It was a little bit thick and it really didn't have any scent at all, and I would prefer something with some kind of a scent and a little bit thinner. So I don't know if ColourPop lip glosses are my cup of tea, at least not these kind. Maybe they have other products that would be more suited to my preferences, but I didn't really enjoy that, and I'm just really glad it's gone. This is a very, very, very old product. It was from Revlon. It is so old that the lettering has rubbed off. But this was in my liquid lipstick inventory. I don't know if it really belonged in that inventory or if it should go in the lip gloss inventory. It could have gone either way, but very old. Super happy to have finished it. I had 3 of these at one time, and I think that's the last of them, I think. So I don't have any of these super old lip gloss lipsticks anymore. And then I did finish one lip liner in 2024. This was from Jordana, and I think it was the shade Baby Pink. Baby Berry. Great lip liner. I loved it. Really enjoyed it. Great product. This is the Benefit Eye Bright. I really enjoy Benefit Eye Bright. It's just a like pinky white, super brightening pencil, and I used it as a brow bone highlight. I don't know if that's something I really need, but that's how I used it up. Probably not going to repurchase it anytime soon. I do have some other similar products that I'm working my way through right now, but that's how I used it up, and I'm glad it's gone. I'd had it for quite a while. This is an e.l.f. eyelid primer. Not a bad primer for how affordable it is. I don't know if e.l.f. is still making these products, but if they are, I would definitely recommend it. It is a good value for its cost, and it works well. This was eyeshadow duo from Smashbox. This was a sample of the full exposure palette. This was part of my Pan That palette for the year 2020, and then it became my baby Pan That palette in 2021, and I worked on it for 3 more years. Obviously not every day, but off and on, and I'm so satisfied to have this out of my inventory. It was a great product, but I have way, way, way too many eyeshadows. This is another eye pencil. I absolutely love this. This was one of my first empties for 2024. And this was from Too Faced. It's a bulletproof 24-hour shadow liner in the shade Mink. And I absolutely love that. I got that off of Haute Look years and years and years ago. And it was an absolutely wonderful pencil, kind of a nice bronzy shade, easy to wear. And I finished one eyeliner. This was a black eyeliner from Laura Geller, the Incredible Waterproof Gel Liner. I love this. I really enjoyed working on it. It lasted over a year. I finished 3 mascaras, 1 full size and 2 deluxe. I love Lancome mascaras very much, but the wand on this one was too big for my preferences. I wouldn't purchase that Monsieur Big one if I had the chance. The It Superhero I would purchase. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great mascara. And this MAC one didn't do much for my eyelashes. I'm not sure if it's because the wand was just not my preference or if it was the formula, but this was very forgettable. And then finally, I finished one setting spray. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. This is a product that is chock full of shimmer. That's not something I want. I received the setting spray complimentary. No, not complimentary. I received the setting spray in my Beautylish Lucky Bag several years ago. And although I just would never want a setting spray that sprays shimmer all over my face. I want shimmer in very targeted places on my face, but not all over my face. And as the bottle got more and more empty, the amount of shimmer increased to the point where at the bottom, I was literally just glowing. And so I ended up having to combine this with another setting spray that had zero shimmer in it, just to kind of dilute the product so I could get through the rest of it. And yeah, I would never purchase this. I'm sure Cover Effects makes some nice setting sprays without shimmer, but this illuminating one is not for me. So, like I said, not the most empties I've ever had. I'm pretty sure other years have been had higher numbers than this year, but I'm really excited as I look over all these empties, and I'm so happy that none of these products are in my collection any longer, either mostly because of their age, not because any of them were just real stinkers that I wanted to get out, mostly because they're past their prime and it was time for them to move on out of my collection. And by finishing these, it gives me the opportunity to work on other things and start moving other things out, and that is one of the best parts of project panning. That's it. All right, that is everything. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Was it what you were expecting? Was it less than? Was it more than? Did I forget something? Is there something you're like, Paula, what about this? I know you finished this in 2024. I feel like there's those comments every year. There's something I forgot. Of course, obviously, there's also like individual pans that were in palettes that I might have finished, or like there's a dual ended product and I only finished one half. Those are not going to be in here because the other half, the rest of the packaging and the rest of the product still exists. These are only the products that I completely finished and are now going to be out of my collection entirely. So there are other things that I finished in the year that won't be included in this video, but this is kind of what I do every year, so it gives us a pretty good idea. I will have previous yearly empties videos linked down below so that you could see, if you haven't seen them lately or if you want to see them again, you could check out what the previous years looked like and compare them, because every year is a little bit different, but this is what I ended up with this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.